EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys looking for a second straight victory after coming out on top a week ago. Across from him, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On the ground, this is Quinshawn Jenkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
When you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
Once again, Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up the throw. Down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
At the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Look at this Baltimore defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get out of roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. On the ground, it's Jenkins to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st down, here's Jenkins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. That's to Bond. Isaiah Bond. His first catch, good for 9 in the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
At the 17-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He'll drop to throw. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. And they'll begin by running the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And this one hits at the 3 and then... Browns drive about to get started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An inside run with Jenkins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Crenshaw Jenkins with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now they'll shift things around. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
Second and 5 at the 45-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A give up the middle, Jenkins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The backup Murray, his first throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Jenkins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Murray now going to do it himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Cleveland offense ready to go. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They'll start this drive out on the ground. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We're officially on to the second half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our trip around the league starts now in the Motor City. The Lions at home to take on the New England Patriots. And this is the Lions quarterback. He'll find his man in the back corner of the end zone. Touchdown. Got another one to get to right now. How about Gang Green? The Jets, they're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And it's the talented and speedy Breece Hall. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Jets trying to get their record back to 500 at 5-5. They lead here at the half. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. And this is Alec Pierce. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. It's a 48-yard touchdown. The Colts lead it by a touchdown at the half. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson. Browns drop. About to get started. And their three-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a three-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 160 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Crenshaw Judkins with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns have moved out in front. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play. Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he's going to step up and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. On 3rd down, here's Judkins. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball hand.
Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got him in. That's Bond. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. I'll give. Here's Jenkins. I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That is the big fella, Nabi Matabike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
This is fielded at the 27. That's going to go in the books as a 50. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Baltimore, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.